Okay, good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Bug Zero's webinar on Introduction to MITRE ATT&CK. We are excited to have you all here today, and we hope you will find this session informative and valuable. For those who may be not familiar with Bug Zero, we are Sri Lanka's first and only bug bounty platform. Our mission is to help secure organizations from cyber threats while allowing hackers to earn money by exploiting vulnerabilities in their systems. Additionally, we are dedicated to educating Sri Lankan undergraduate students on the importance of bug bounty programs and conducting seminars to improve cybersecurity awareness across the country. Today, we are thrilled to have Mr. Wathsala Vishwajith as our keynote speaker. Mr. Vishwajith is a researcher at Scholar and an undergraduate at University of Colombo School of Computing. He brings a wealth of knowledge and experience to our webinar, and we are honored to have him share his expertise with us. During the session, we will explore the basics of MITRE ATT&CK and how it helps to enhance your cyber defense skills. We also have a Q&A session at the end of the webinar, and where you will have the opportunity to ask any questions you may have about the topic. You can submit your questions using the link provided, and or simply unmute yourself when requested. So we hope you will enjoy the session, and once again we are thanking you for joining today. So over to you, Vishu.
Thank you, Akila, for that wonderful introduction. So,
MITRE ATT&CK. Introduction to MITRE ATT&CK. Okay. Now, attack is like a knowledge based on cyber adversary behavior, and it's like a documentation on how like adversaries move and attack your organizations. So there are like two type of attacks for there are like two parts in the attack framework. Like first thing is attack for enterprise, which covers like IT enterprise IT networks and cloud. And for attack mobile, it focuses on behavior against mobile defense. So in these things, so like attack is created in 2013 to document the tactics, technique, and procedures. So we'll explain this what these are in later slide. So and these used in APT groups. APT groups are like advanced persistent threats. Attack is used to test the effectiveness of the defensive solution deployed within an enterprise network. So to explain why MITRE ATT&CK, like we take the David Bianca's pyramid of pain. So you can say like when you're detecting a compromised network, when you're detecting if you are being hacked or if you have been hacked, we take some measures to detect that by like having artifacts and matching them with the previous ones on the net, like in the history. Like, so let's say like your network has been hacked by a hacker. So they may create a trail of evidence that you have been hacked. Some may, like, let's say a ransomware attack, they create a like text file on your desktop saying you have been hacked, you have to pay this ransom, right? So, and let's say that ransomware group is like APT10, like adversary, like APT10 group. So if we match that ransomware.txt file, the hash value of that, like it will match the hash value of that text file will be matched easily. Like you know how to take a hash value of a text file. So like that, you can take hash value of the like Trojan, like payload or something, or like let's say like any kind of artifact that lives on your network, all your computers. And also like this pyramid of pain is like what the attackers are like trying to do, like these things like hash values, they can like if you're detecting if you have been compromised, if you're detecting that, if you think that you have been compromised, you can match these things like hash values, IP addresses, domain names, like let's say, and for example, if there's a known IP address block that attackers used, let's say like it's a, what do you call it? Like IP address, these IP addresses are used for attacking other enterprise networks. So if you are getting traffic from your enterprise networks, getting traffic from that IP addresses, that might be a sign that, okay, your network has been hacked. And domain names, let's say your like your network is talking with some domain names that you are not unfamiliar with. Domain names like google.com and stuff, let's say, like something shady, something from Chinese or Russian or something like that. They are talking, your network is talking with that. You see the logs, and that can also be a sign that your network is hacked and something is exfiltrating your data. So what is this pyramid of pain tells you is, like, if you're detecting from hash values, it's very trivial to, like, very easy to change a hash value. Let's say your ransomware.txt, that it has a hash value of let's say 100. The hash value is 100. So if an attacker changes a simple character in that text ransomware.txt, the hash value of that file drastically changes to something like 5,000 or something. So it's a simple example that says, if you're trying to match, if like you are scanning the system and you are searching, okay, if the APT10 group is like you are hacked, it leaves ransomware.txt and its hash value is 1,000. Like you are searching the hash value of all the files in your network that matches 1,000, but hash values can be easily changed, as I said, like that. So, and if you're monitoring IP blocks, IP addresses, like if you're like trying to map, okay, we are communicating with these IP blocks, okay, these are dangerous, but attacker can also change the IP blocks very easily. They can buy like a different set of VPS servers from outside and change the IP addresses very easily. And domain names also very simple to change. You can just buy a domain name and then like change the communications. Like if you're like security analyst, you are like, okay, looking at the logs. If you see like random domain names like that looks legit, you can't like simply say, okay, our network is hacked, or either the other side network is secure. And network and host artifacts are like where like you are monitoring the network and you are seeing the traffic and all that, and you are trying to like look hard into that. You're looking hard and you're looking hard into that, and it's very like it's very like really hard to monitor those things also for us. So this pyramid of pain is actually for attackers. Like it says, hash values are trivial to change, like, and at the end, like let's say, okay, let's go to tools. Tools are like when attackers are using like when they are like getting expertise. Tools are like really hard to make. Like let's say you are looking at Mimikatz, and Mimikatz to like exfiltrate the get the tickets and to the get the access to Windows PCs, like to privilege escalation and all that. So these tools are used to attack your network and you go from lateral movement. So these attacker can't really. It's very challenging to make new tools, and it's it takes manpower to make good reliable tools. So usually they develop some tools and they stick to those things when attacking a network. So it's very challenging in perspective of the attacker to change tools and stuff. So also finally, TTPs. TTPs are like techniques and procedures. Now, to explain that, let's go to the next slide. So what it says is, like when an attacker comes to a network, they do certain kind of things that are like unique to them. So let's say, for an example, let's say like a group of hackers, first they do active scanning on the network, and then they compromise accounts, and then execute using command and scripting interpreters, something like that. Like they stick to a certain pattern of actions they are very unique to them. So when you are like monitoring, okay, what are they doing, and you get some information about the things happening on the network, and you can say, okay, these guys are trying these things. These they try to access the local information about the network and stuff, and they do reconnaissance, and then they wait to go for a phishing attack or something like that. That means, okay, it can map to a certain APT group or hacker group. Okay, so let me explain what the tactics and techniques and these sub techniques are. So tactics, denoting short-term tactical adversary goals, right? So what are they trying to do? Reconnaissance or initial access or execution in the network, so something like that. So, and techniques describing what means they are trying to achieve that tactical goal, right? You can do reconnaissance by active scanning, or like for example here, like you can gather the victim's network information, reconnaissance. So, and there are like 14 tactics in the MITRE ATT&CK framework. Like I'll list up some things like reconnaissance and initial access, execution, persistence, and privilege escalations. These things are categorized to easily map the what's happening on the attacker's perspective to a matrix. So let's see. Okay, the topic is for like what is MITRE ATT&CK for bug hunters? What we can do. So the main thing is like these APT groups do like it's proven things, right? Proven vulnerabilities and proven proven techniques to attack a network. So it's very advantageous for bug hunters because it's like already proven and already studied. So in this, we say like for reconnaissance, in active scanning, there's vulnerability scanning. If you're a bug hunter, like you can scan for vulnerabilities in a website, or you can just look up the version number and do vulnerability scanning on that application. And for another example is like word list scanning. So like basic directed brute forcing is also like world list scan. So it's in the MITRE ATT&CK framework. So let's see from reading a bug report, like threat report, bug report, that how it has been used. So this is a report from Starbucks. So this is like a remote code execution and complete server takeover from Starbucks. And like, let's see. It has awarded $4,000 for this vulnerability. And let's see how it was done. So he explains that how he did this attack, like from, he says, initial recon. So he like, let's relearn, like at the end he says like, oh, okay, he tried a path like website.com/xss, like entering the CMS name on the path. So this one is word list scan. So you put the name on the back, put the name and like brute force the website or public facing application to discover new things. And second, he says like he gets 2 CVEs discovered that gives the access to the servers. Okay, and it goes on active scanning after vulnerability scan. So you can see like there are practical usages on this MITRE ATT&CK framework if you study. So also usage, in usage perspective, like you can do, you can chain techniques for maximum impact. Like you can do like, okay, you can do vulnerability scanning and then use execution to access the local machine, and then you can do privilege escalation and then exfiltrate the data. And if you can like map these things, okay, if you can do these things, you can get the maximum bounty for that like specific asset in that bounty program. So it's easy, like it's like very information now to know, okay, from here we can do this. Okay, so I'll show you a couple of those reports as well. Okay, if you can see. Okay, this is what I told you about, like the hack on the Starbucks application. So, and another one is like again Starbucks, again from the same hacker, SQL injection extract enterprise accounting. So he says, okay, he finds a HTML form upload, and then he tests for uploading PHP shells and all the stuff, and then he finds that it needs to be an XML, and then he does SQL injection on that, and from here, like he's chaining those what he found for the maximum impact. Now again, he gets 4,000. Another one I found was like time-based SQL injection to RC. Again on HackerOne, it was reported on to the Sony. From here, you can see like he does the reconnaissance stage, and then he finds this domain, a sample domain, and he does attack on this application and finds a bug. So I will put the links on the chat if you want to read. Okay, and let's see. We haven't checked what is the like enterprise matrix. We can view it on the attack navigator. Like it's very tool to map and annotate your stuff on the attack MITRE ATT&CK. So here you can see the 14 tactics here. And you can see, okay, from active scanning, you can see the sub techniques here: scanning IP blocks, vulnerability scanning. And from here, you can see the, okay, view the technique. And then it goes for the information, and you can read along, like what is this and how it's used. And also, like you can see the procedure example, like how it's being used in the wild. So you can read, okay, volatile setter, use die bust and go bust to roof protections. And you can see the actual how it's done, like actual way how it's been done. So like from here, like what do you say, like what kind of application it has, or what kind of vulnerability it's exploiting and stuff. And the good thing is, for the defenders, we can like, okay, we can learn that these are the ways that APT groups are attacking. So we can detect, okay, we can detect early on if your application's getting these kind of traffics and these kind of actions, these kind of like things logged into your network. You can say, okay, we are in a threat, so we have to defend, like so. And like when you're working on an enterprise network, you can definitely use like some like detections platform and using Yara rules or something. Like you can say, okay, if you are getting these traffic from these IP blocks and stuff, you can just defend on, you can protect your network. And also from bug hunters perspective, again, these things are proven, and these things are like have done before. You can test these stuff to like improve your bug hunting knowledge, and also like get some advanced bugs that are not usually detected by the the off-the-shelf tools, because these APT groups they don't rely on these off-the-shelf tools to hack their way into your network. So as a bug hunter, as a protector of these like enterprise networks and enterprise systems, we have to be like be on that level of preparedness, and also like in that knowledge level to protect our bug hunting programs from those external threats. So that's it for my talk today. Like if you guys have any questions, you can ask now. you can use the Zoom chat or the link provided. And then if you have some if you're unclear about something, like do ask, you can unmute yourself. I would happy to help you out. Thank you.